not much going on in the NBA.
There's a lot going on in the NBA.
Something big just did happen, right?
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics and the Cavaliers had a trade. Kyrie Irving for Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, Zizic, and a Nets 2018 pick, and a Boston's 2020 pick. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot.
2020 second round pick.
Yeah,
second round.
pick.
2020 second round. 2018 first round pick.
And a $5.8 million trade exception as well.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the trade exception gets lost, but that's actually
pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the first question people ask, I don't really get the fascination with this question.
Yeah.
Who won the trade?
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll go first here then. And I agree with that. I don't think there's... People always think if there's a deal that there has to be a winner or loser of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that notion at all. That being said, I think Boston got better. And I think Cleveland's postseason, or sorry, like their offseason, all the moves they've made, picking up Jeff Green and things like that, I think they've become much deeper and better. But I don't think this particular trade was like a winning trade for them. The 2020 pick is nice, you know, the additional assets are nice, but talking about like from right now, from talking about like the next season,
yeah.
2017 to 2018, did they get better? I have a hard time seeing any argument saying that Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder is a better for your value than Kyrie Irving is.
So with Jay Crowder, in my opinion, you get a really good defensive on the wing, right?
You get a good defender.
Let's take it in perspective versus the Warriors. You now have someone guarding Klay Thompson.
I think he'll guard Durant.
I think.
I agree with that. I think he's on
Because
Durant.
you want a guy who's bodying up Durant, and he's gonna play like 15 minutes a game, and he's just gonna rough Durant for those 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then
and that's 15 minutes
put
LeBron.
Jefferson on Thomas.
Well, Thomas, you could put you could put Korver, you could put Shumpert, you could put J.R. Smith.
You could though.
Yeah.
You could though. Obviously, you're not going to win every matchup.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Against the Warriors, they have too many scorers, right?
Yeah,
so you're not going to have a good defender on each one.
For every one of
them. And you don't want LeBron running around screen. Actually, you could put LeBron on Thompson. He had success doing that. He had a lot of success doing that, actually.
You could put LeBron on Draymond, though.
I'd prefer LeBron on Draymond because Draymond's involved in more plays.
I think you have Shump running around chasing Klay.
He did a great job that first finals on Klay Thompson. He was fantastic.
Because you can't have LeBron running around on defense and then being
tired out
for offense.
Yeah.
Because it makes
sense.
Let's be honest, without Kyrie, he's going to have to do a lot more offensively.
But you have Isaiah. I mean, Isaiah is a 25 points.
He scored 29 last year.
29, yeah.
29 a game.
So
and
you can't discount that.
And I think something people keep forgetting, look, Kyrie's clutch. We know that.
Yeah.
Thomas led this league in fourth quarter points last year.
Yeah.
Like you're not losing a clutch player for a non-clutch player.
Yeah.
You're getting pretty much a good value for
I mean, you're getting the best value you could get, right?
It's the best deal for Cleveland, I would say, from what was out there. I don't... Yeah. I'm not so hot on him, though.
I understand the on-court presence at the moment is like... I can see how on-court they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quote-unquote lost. I mean, or they just not as good as they used to be.
Yeah.
But I think because when you have trade pieces like the Nets 2018 pick, the close to $6 million trade exception, and the Boston 2020 pick, you have trade pieces that can get you another player.
Dwayne Wade, maybe, there's definitely options out there.
Yeah, like
will they make that move?
It's not... I think they should.
They should.
I mean...
Look, I know we don't think LeBron's leaving, but you kind of have to go all... You got to go all in when you have LeBron. Okay. You're not playing for 3 years down the line. If you have LeBron, you win. You're gonna make it to the finals. You better put the fucking pieces around him.
So with this trade deal, what if they were going for another trade? Who would they go after?
There are a lot of Boogie Cousins rumors. Yeah. I don't buy into that.
What happened to Carmelo?
Well, I don't see the Knicks getting a successful trade with Carmelo. Just matching salaries with him will be hard. I just see each day that passes and they don't get a trade. I think I've said this before. A buyout looks more and more likely, and even Dwayne Wade, a buyout looks likely with him. And you don't have to get a star player at this point.
You don't.
You have to get a good role player.
You could.
Yeah.
I mean, they have sources for points. They have good defenders. I don't know what exactly they need.
But you
maybe
feel
a
like
little
need
more.
something,
They
though,
need
right?
something just because the Warriors have so much star power.
Exactly.
You need something against the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And not just
Let's
star
not
power, they
forget,
have
though.
depth too.
They
the
do
Warriors.
have depth. But let's not forget, 82 games is a long season.
Mhm.
It is. Anything is possible.
Look, let's say Draymond goes down with an injury.
Okay.
Who do you have then? I think you might have the Cavs now.
I think Draymond's the most valuable player
Yeah.
on the Warriors.
Warriors.
I get
In that
crucified
matchup?
every time I say this.
In that matchup?
In that matchup, it's Durant.
Yeah.
In the for the Warriors as a team, though,
Draymond.
I would say Draymond. And like I get crucified anytime.
Well, let's say
I get crucified for saying that. Long
Oh,
story
go ahead.
short.
Please say it.
Yeah,
Get crucified.
I get crucified for saying Draymond's the most valuable player and that Kevin Durant's the best player on the Warriors.
Kevin Durant's the best player on the
He
Warriors.
is.
Like I
agree with that.
don't think it's a comparison. Like Curry's great. He's not Kevin Durant. He's not 7 foot tall. He can't.
Yeah,
He doesn't create his own shot as well as Durant. No one does.
Yeah.
Durant's the best at creating his own shot.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's a reason he won an MVP.
He
and that's
doesn't
because of
defend
that.
like Durant.
No, yeah.
Durant's not a bad playmaker in his own sense. Like Durant's just the better player.
Yeah.
And Green puts that team together. He lets them play small ball. He lets them be like one of the best defensive teams.
He's the heart of the team.
Yeah.
Green
the
is
best
the heart
defensive
of the team.
team. He's got leadership qualities.
Yeah.
He's way too valuable for that team.
What my point is, though, is that, like, people are always like, oh, there's someone good enough to take the Warriors on. Dude, one injury changes everything. Everything. Which is why, like, it kind of sucks for when so many teams are like, oh, I'm not even going to compete right now because LeBron's still in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say LeBron goes down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still win. You can still make it to the finals.
It's just
You
crazy.
gotta
Like, the
try.
Bulls last year, they had Rondo, Wade, and Butler.
Yeah.
And they still said, you know what, let's blow this up because LeBron's in our league.
That's
crazy to me.
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
Fuck Chicago, man.
I kind of understand it, but it's just
I understand it. I understand, you know, you're not going to beat him. You know what I mean? But, like, dude, who knows?
Give it your best. Don't just blow up a team.
I don't know.
I understand blowing up teams.
I understand tanking. Or, sorry, no, I understand
But you've been
hitting the
tanking for how
reset button.
We haven't been.
Tanking.
Really?
So, yeah, we were one of the best teams in, like, 2010. 2011.
The best team.
The best team, dude. It's
Oh,
only,
with
it's only
Rose
record-wise.
It's only like
No, they were the
years ago.
deepest team in the league, too.
Yeah, it was. Not
This
that long
wasn't a
ago.
1-year thing. This was like a 2-3 year span.
Let's not forget that franchises usually take like 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what
True,
I'm saying?
true.
Like, look at the Knicks. They haven't won in 43 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think we're kind of losing sight
yeah.
of the topic, though.
Right.
Getting back to that, Celtics. So there was cause for concern for me. The Celtics undoubtedly got better. That was my initial reaction.
Yeah, they did.
But then when I thought they have a new point guard, they have a new shooting guard, they have a new small forward, they have a new power forward in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, "Well, Jaylen Brown's not new. He hasn't been a starter though." It's still a different role for 4 of the 5 players, that's a lot of turnover, right?
Talent wins the league, though.
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
And you have 82
You need
games.
Yeah.
And
this is a star-driven league.
Yeah.
Right? Especially in the playoffs. I don't think anyone's beating Boston. Or I don't think there's any way Boston's not an 8
in the
seed.
conference.
You know what
Oh
I'm
no,
saying?
I think Boston still got better.
Yeah.
I just think that if you're going to be if you're going to be in the finals, you have to have some continuity.
Yeah. Agreed.
And so maybe Boston doesn't do it this year, but maybe they're set up for
Next
the
year.
They're
year
young
after.
too, man.
I mean, they're
Kyrie's
young after,
young.
but Kyrie's 2 years. So let's say they don't win this year, they have 1 year to win it with him,
Mhm.
and then chances are he's leaving.
He's going to LA with LeBron and Paul George.
I mean,
And the whole league.
maybe he
Westbrook
doesn't
as
leave.
well?
It.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
How every offseason feels when these rumors come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like Boston. Remember last time we were like, I was questioning after they traded Bradley, who guards Kyrie now? Now they
Yeah.
have a bigger problem. Who guards LeBron?
Yeah,
they traded
yeah.
Crowder away.
Yeah.
You don't go with Hayward on him?
Like,
Like,
Jaylen Brown maybe, and
that's a good point.
How
Like-
good is Hayward as a defender?
he's average. He's nothing special.
Mm.
He's a damn good player, but
Yeah,
he's,
not
you
like
don't
a
think of his
liability,
defense.
but you
yeah.
don't, yeah. I mean, but who do you put on LeBron on most teams, right?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people have that athletic wing that they can
Yeah.
just hey, go body him
try
up
to
for
contain him, you know.
Go body
the
him
best
up
of
for
your
15,
ability.
20 minutes. And Crowder had a bigger responsibility. He had to do it for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
After that, what? Like, I don't.
Who else is there?
Who else is there? It's
I
gonna
mean,
be
I'm
exciting.
not gonna put Tatum on him. Tatum's gonna get hurt. Like Jaylen Brown
Who's the
and
power forward?
Marcus Morris, but then you can't. Who do you put on Kevin Love?
Oh fuck.
Horford maybe, but like
on
Horford,
Love.
you don't
But
want.
then you have Tristan Thompson.
Horford's also your quote unquote rim protector.
He's not.
You
much
don't
of
want
Hey, on
him
the outside.
running out. You don't want your rim
Yeah.
protector running to the 3-point line.
Yeah. Matchups are going to be really interesting between those two teams. I guess we'll get to see it on
Sorry
opening
about
night
that phone
too.
call.
Who is
I don't know.
calling at Labor Day 8:30 p.m.?
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's chill. You're getting business, man.
Yeah.
You should be happy about that. You know what I mean? That's business, man. That's a good point. Yeah. For that matchup, it doesn't look too good, obviously, right?
Who knows? I mean, Brad Stevens is a good coach. So
Oh, absolutely.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
Who knows, man?
Who
Kyrie might become even greater.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's
No,
like-
Kyrie's
that's not-
only going to get better. He's 25.
He's 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, no offense to Tyronn Lue, but I don't think he's a great coach. I just don't. Maybe he's a sophomore coach. There's just not enough of him
Yeah.
to have an
Yeah.
opinion on it. But I don't see him as a great coach. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
People think of him as a player coach.
Player coach. Yeah.
And I see that. I
Yeah.
don't.
he's not a strategist.
Personally, I like David Blatt better.
Yeah.
I just don't think David Blatt had the locker room.
Yeah. He didn't have
Control
and
that
that's very
Tyronn
important.
has.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one thing keeping Lou ahead. And his out of bounds plays. His out of bounds plays are good.
Okay,
But-
that's actually really important.
Yeah.
That's how you should judge a coach, right? Is when they're with you, what do they do right after they're with you? Right? You call a timeout. Do they get a bucket after the timeout? So actually a really important stat for
Yeah.
coaches.
That's
As it
why
should
Mark
be.
Jackson got fired, right?
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah,
As it
no,
should be because
It makes sense.
that's what your job is. I'm calling a timeout to call this play
It
to get
has
us
to.
back into rhythm, right?
Yeah.
And to tell you guys to focus on these small things, right? So yeah, no, it's fair, but I just don't know how much actual development happens under him.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure.
That's a
about
fair
that.
question to ask. It's hard to. It's
hard-
always hard to measure with the LeBron team.
With the LeBron team, right? Especially when LeBron comes off the bench, they're what, like minus, their like productions minus
I think
whatever.
I just saw the stat today in the 2017 finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were +6 with LeBron on the court and -25 with him
Oh.
off.
Yeah.
Now, will
That's a
Rose
31
and
points.
Isaiah change that?
No. It's that's the I think that's an issue
Okay.
for all LeBron teams is that the teams are so focused around LeBron as they should be.
Mhm.
When he leaves, the system leaves, right? We saw that happen in Cleveland. We saw that happen in Miami. We see that happen again on Cleveland when he's on the bench. Is that the system is so focused around him? A lot of people bring up the. I think just the lack of an actual system
Or
by
the
a
other-
coach. I think that's what that's
I
indicative
mean,
of.
and his
Would
coaches
that be a
haven't really had
reason
a
why
set
Kyrie
systems.
asked for that trade?
Yeah. Imagine
Well,
how
well,
great
well-
LeBron would have been if he was with a great coach. You know what I'm saying?
Popovich?
Yeah.
Popovich, dude, even fucking Phil, dude. Even
Phil
Phil
Jackson.
Jackson in his shitty ass triangle offense. At least it's a system that the players can still play with when you're on the bench. That's why the Bulls did okay when Jordan was gone.
Yeah.
They still had the same system.
I mean,
still
they almost
played.
went to the finals again.
They almost went to the finals
If they
again.
didn't, the worst call in NBA history prevented them from making
Yeah.
the finals again.
Yeah, and I think that's just indicative of just imagine how fucking I mean, he's already transcendent. But if LeBron had a great coach with him, as Kobe had, as Jordan had, Kobe missed the most shots, fucking league, but still, like, I think that's the thing is that I just don't know if when LeBron still goes off to the bench, if they still have anything to keep them from going from +6 down to -25.
So I think in this case, now they have enough. They could put a lineup with
depth.
more. Yeah, they have the depth to put a lot of good defenders in, a lot of good shooters in, and I think
I'm
like
gonna say one thing, man. Kevin Love's about to go off this season.
oh yeah,
I'm calling that
Yeah.
shit, dude.
You think
Kevin,
so?
last year Kevin Love was so good
Kevin Love's about to
when he
ball
was the
out.
second option.
Kevin Love's about
Oh,
to
he's gonna be
ball
on my
out.
fantasy team.
Yeah, that guy's
He
gonna
was, dude,
ball
he
out
did
this
wonders
season.
for me this year.
Yeah, he has to, dude.
Because now Kyrie is gone, he has more room to.
I mean,
It's
like
not even that. I just think he has to take on more responsibility. He has
just
to
in
demand
terms
the
of,
ball.
they're gonna give the ball to him too.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the second leader now.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's also going to be when LeBron sits, you could put Thomas and Loveton together.
Thomas and who?
Love.
Yeah.
And like Thomas does work off of the pick and rolls and the pick and pops.
Yeah.
More so than Kyrie.
Yeah.
Kyrie did play a lot of isolation
That's
ball.
yeah,
and
yeah.
Thomas doesn't do that as much.
Yeah, that could be pretty deadly, actually.
Thomas and
Love doing like a pick and roll, pick and pop here and there.
And Love has a skill set to do either one.
Yeah.
That would be a good.
What's your interior offense like, though?
Outside of Love, LeBron, against Rose now, Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
And Thompson's like not.
Jeff Green. Does Jeff Green go inside a lot?
I think he settles for jumpers a
A
lot.
little too much. I feel that way with Love too. I hope that doesn't happen too much with Love this season. I feel like he settles a little bit.
Yeah, I think Love's an inside-out player, so he'll start inside and work his way outside.
Yeah.
But they may go Love just stay in there for a little longer.
Is your rebounding good? I feel like
Rebounding.
Cleveland's rebounding is exceptional. When you have Love, Thompson, and LeBron in your starting lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, Thompson is monster on the boards.
Yeah, but you need Thompson doesn't have size. He's 6'9".
He is, but still.
Fuck, he's only 6'9"?
Yeah.
And he could get that
He's
many
like
rebounds.
Charles Barkley then, dude.
Yeah.
Chuck was like 6'6", 6'7", but still.
He got rebounds.
Fuck. Yeah. No, it's interesting, man. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it, but I think Cleveland needs to make a move with some of these.
Get one more.
I think they don't even have to make the move now. They can
They
like
don't
kind
have
of
to.
see like at the trade deadline what do they need to improve.
If they even need anything.
Yeah.
This we could be looking at the Cleveland lineup.
Speaking
for the
of
season.
the trade deadline, right? There is speculation about the entire Isaiah Thomas surgery.
Oh, that's
right.
I completely forgot about that. Good thing you brought it up.
Isaiah. So there was a report out today that I saw that if Isaiah Thomas does do the surgery, that he's out for 4 to 5 months.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a long time.
Yeah. That's.
See, the only issue with that isn't like games won or lost. Honestly, it's just like
It's
we were
team
saying
chemistry.
earlier with like we're saying with the Celtics. It's just the synergy. It's just
the continuity.
Continuity. That's the issue with that, right? But what do we see Isaiah Thomas doing realistically on the Cavs, right? We see him doing pick and rolls a lot. I think he did really well, and I feel like that's pretty easy.
In Boston.
Pretty
like high pick and rolls with him.
Yeah,
Kind of let him do his own thing.
Yeah.
He's gonna get freedom to shoot whenever he wants.
Yeah. Again, another call I'm gonna make. IT is gonna have a standout year, which is maybe surprising for people.
Yeah, it's crazy. He scored 29 points as being the first option.
Yeah.
Now imagine playing with LeBron, who makes all his teammates better.
Yeah.
So then
he may not get 29 points, but he'll get easy points.
He'll be more efficient. Yeah.
So then, is it safe to say he would be better starting off as a 6-man controlling the bench?
So okay, if he comes back in February, I say start Rose the entire season.
Okay.
Assuming Rose makes it past like 30 games, you know what I mean?
I mean, you're gonna be taking care of him, right?
Yeah, hopefully. I've heard Cleveland's team's pretty good though.
Yeah, they have the Cleveland Clinic,
which
is the nation's best hospital at their disposal.
Yeah.
So and with point guards, you have the liberty of saying all point guards off LeBron. It's your turn.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
you can always rest him when you need to.
You still got LeBron doing most of the ball.
Who knows, man? You have Calderon still, right?
Oh God!
You can drop him.
I mean, as a third point guard or as a fourth point guard, yeah, he's fine.
No, but when IT's not and
out,
you still have Calderon. I mean,
you're gonna
make the playoffs. You're fucking LeBron. The Cavs is good. They have a great team. They're going to make the playoffs.
You have LeBron and Love regardless.
Yeah.
So if Isaiah does do the surgery, he would be best suited. If he doesn't do the surgery, he would start.
I would assume so. Yeah,
he would start.
At least I would do that.
I would start.
And I think another advantage of if he's because he's not a good defender, we all know that.
Mm.
If he does come off the bench, you can hide his defensive deficiencies a little more.
Easier.
Rose isn't the best defender. He's a good ISO defender, but that's it.
Maybe you do start Rose for that reason though. start Rose
'Cause-
the first 6 minutes,
Yeah.
and then put in
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
I see
after
Isaiah
that.
as a better suited 6-man role, taking over the bench because he gives.
He
But
can
he's-
score. He
He's
can
such
score.
a good scorer,
He
though.
can
can
score.
score.
I mean, like, it's hard for me to say, hey, you scored 29 points a game last year. You're off the bench.
Hey man, Manu.
Yeah.
Manu
Wait, he
took-
never scored 29 though.
No, he never scored 29 a
Like,
game, but
that's
but
a lot of points.
he could have gotten like 19, 20 a game. I'm sure starting.
Maybe. Yeah, but he still got like the touches. I mean,
Yeah.
like if you're coming off the bench, you're barely getting enough touches to get 15.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot
Hopefully
of points
they
you're leaving on
utilize
the
it.
table.
Though.
Yeah.
Hopefully they
It'll
utilize
be
I'll see.
interesting. It'll be definitely interesting to see how
And,
they
like-
implement.
And
Isaiah.
there's even speculation Wade gets the buyout. Maybe you buy out Wade, or sorry, you pick up Wade after the buyout and you put him as your starting point guard or your backup point guard.
Ooh.
Like,
That'd be weird.
it'd be weird, but it
Why
could
not?
work.
Yeah, why not? That'd be
Man, if
I
Wade
don't
goes
know,
to
like
the Cavs,
They have versatility now.
They have options.
Yeah.
It's whether or not
It's
they.
hard. How do you use
How do
them?
you? It's. I guess they have the pieces for the options to exist.
Mhm.
It's just whether or not those options actually exist
Yeah.
and make sense for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how you brought up the Carmelo, like that was the big talk of the summer. But did that really actually exist? We don't know.
Mhm.
We don't know what deals they have on their table
Yeah.
or what potential deals could come their way. But just thinking about it, if the two teams that are going to win the East and are going to win the West right now, in my eyes, I'm still favoring Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
But
anything.
Yeah.
an injury away, man. You're an
Yeah,
injury away
injury
from,
away.
from winning, you know? Are there any other pieces that...
I think we covered a lot of things, and a lot of things like extended from this topic.
What do you think about the other
Um,
players? We just talked about IT and Crowder. What do you think about Zizic? These
Eh.
picks?
Zizic is a prospect. He's gonna be their backup center, and he's mobile.
He's going to be backup center.
Yeah,
So he's following up IT. I mean, double T. Tristan
he
Thompson.
may even be the third center now that I think about it, because you have Channing Frye, and Channing Frye is an integral piece of that team.
For most
Yeah, I would-
conferences, yes.
Yeah.
Also in Vegas the same time as us.
Yeah.
Oh, he was. That's
He was
right.
there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you don't see him playing.
Maybe he'll play ahead of. Maybe you put Frye at power forward and him at center if
Yeah,
he's
'cause
better than
stretch
Jeff
four
Green.
with Frye.
That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
But like with
I haven't-
Frye and Green, you get more spacing than you do with Frye and Zizic.
Yeah.
But then you get more size
You get
with
size,
Frye and
though.
Zizic. I don't. Cleveland has options.
Yeah, they have a lot of pieces. I don't know how
It's
good
just
those pieces
yeah,
are though.
it's just you have to figure that out in
gotta
your
figure
82
that out
games.
over-
Their
those
coach has to
82.
figure that
Yeah.
out. Ty Long.
Do you,
The
okay,
coach
so,
LeBron James.
Yeah, the coach.
Yeah.
so do you think? I don't know. I think we can all assume Boston and Cleveland in the finals or Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Maybe the Toronto
Yeah.
If any.
Raptors,
I think the Raptors, Wizards,
Wizards.
Oh, I
Cavs,
forgot about
and
the Wizards. I'm gonna take the
Celtics
Wizards.
are the top four.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
The rest of the East seems to be crashing down. Oh, the Bucks.
I feel like there is
There's still a little gap.
There is
there's
a gap.
a gap. A
There's
pretty
different tiers
substantial
of
between Cleveland and Boston.
Boston,
I'm
as
going to
opposed to
say that. I
everyone
think
else.
Cleveland is much better than Boston right now.
Still.
Right now, still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this change anything for you?
I'm
not that hot on Hayward though. I'm gonna be honest.
gonna put Wizards in Cleveland in the.
So
okay.
Wizards are ahead of Boston.
I'm gonna
You're
say
right.
just because
I disagree with that. I think Boston is as
Still.
of right now. Yeah, I think Kyrie's that good. I know Hayward is good. I'm not that hot on him. Horford, this Tatum kid, they're pretty good, man.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
solid.
like Brown a lot. I like
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown a lot. I like Tatum. I don't know Tatum. He's playing against Summer League, right? So like
Yeah.
he looks good, but
Yeah,
you take
true.
it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I don't like Horford. I really don't like Horford.
He gets him what 15 and 6, something like that. Like what is it? What
Yeah,
did he
but
get?
you don't give a max contract for a guy.
Oh
who
no,
gets you
his
15
deal
and
is
6,
garbage.
But like,
His deal is garbage. There's a lot of garbage
and I
deals.
know
though.
he's not the best defensive center.
Yeah, he's not.
Um,
That's true. Inside, they're suspect as fuck.
yeah, they're gonna get beaten up inside.
They're gonna get beat, and that's the same issue they had last season. They didn't improve on that at all.
They
Which
just
is why
improved
They're
their
pretty
offense.
undersized.
They improved their offense. They are
They're
undersized.
pretty undersized.
Because Morris is kind of under. No, I guess Morris is passable.
Yeah.
As a power forward. Hayward's good size for small forward.
Kyrie's good now. Actually.
Yeah, actually, yeah. No, they're
Never mind.
okay now.
Yeah, last season.
Yeah.
Last season they were under.
It's because they put like Marcus Smart and Bradley at the same time,
Yeah.
or Isaiah Thomas
With
and
Isaiah
Bradley at the same time.
you know,
And then you have like an undersized point guard and an undersized shooting guard, which
Yeah.
is the most like pivotal positions almost now.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
Okay, so why do you? Because this is the first time I'm hearing this. Why do you think the Wizards are ahead of the Celtics? Sorry, audience. This is taking a while. Like,
no.
I mean, we're having
it's a good
fun.
conversation.
It's-
Fuck it.
For me, I see John Wall taking it purely because of John Wall. The guy has made strides over the seasons. He has.
But
Would
like,
you say he's better?
John Wall over Isaiah Thomas? I can understand that, but John Wall and Kyrie, they're kind of going like
that's
tit
the other
for tat, right?
That's the other
You're gonna
thing,
match
right?
them up together. They're gonna get theirs.
But
right?
no, that's the other thing, right?
And they both.
John Wall is in a system that works for him. Kyrie is just coming in new, and just like what Hirsch said, right?
You got Brad Stevens, man. He's gonna figure out Kyrie. and how to
He
use
probably
him.
will. He probably will. But it still takes a while for a team to settle in.
Yeah.
Now it could happen within the 82 games. It could totally happen, right? But I personal
Did the
preference.
Wizards make any big moves this offseason?
I don't think so.
They signed Otto Porter to a max
Yeah,
contract.
that was a dumb move. But
Dude, they were giving out max contracts like all these players were at the Oprah Winfrey show, and Oprah was like, "You get a max contract. You get a max contract. You get a max contract."
What's Tim Hardaway? Got
Come on, man. You're hot on Tim Hardaway?
I'm
No,
just
he's
saying
okay,
he's got a
okay.
$70 million
I mean, he's a
contract.
good player. He ain't that good.
I thought he's on the Wizards.
No!
So the thing I
no.
think about Kyrie's skill set, he creates a shot almost better than anyone in the league. I would say he does it even better than Curry. Again, I get crucified for that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he does it better than Durant. That's crazy talk. But like, because you have someone who's so good at that, you're gonna get points at an efficient rate.
Yeah.
And I think even if there's no system, like offensive system, they're gonna be fine. Or not. I shouldn't say fine. But they could rely on hero
They
ball
also
if they
added
need to.
Hayward on top of that, dude.
Yeah, they could rely on hero ball if it comes down to it.
Hayward
Yeah.
wasn't
It's
that
not-
impactful
it doesn't help.
in
It doesn't
the
help.
playoffs last year.
Huh?
Hayward wasn't that impactful in the playoffs.
Well,
Yeah, he was.
No, he
Who were they playing?
I mean, they played the.
Warriors.
They were playing the Warriors.
I mean,
Like,
you're expecting so
It's
much
different.
from.
Who else did Hayward have? Get that big French motherfucker.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Is he actually French or is it just his name?
I think he's actually French.
Oh, okay.
I think he's
And
from
Gobert
France.
is not a guy who's like, hey, Gobert, go beat him up down low.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, like he's in a much better situation now. Hayward is. There's a reason why he left Utah. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I mean, like,
and even looking at the
Celtics were
Wizards-
better than Utah when Utah had Hayward and the Celtics didn't.
Didn't.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now
yeah.
he just jumped on a team that was better than them. to
better
begin
than them
with.
already. Yeah. But looking at the Wizards roster, they have John Wall,
Bradley Beal, Marcin Gortat, or Otto Porter.
I mean, it's not a bad
It's
roster.
not bad. I just don't see it beating. Personally,
Yeah.
who knows, man? But I just don't see it.
Yeah,
beating.
I would still.
The thing I was thinking about like levels, I have like Cleveland, and then I still think it's a pretty substantial drop off to Boston. I'm gonna be honest, Boston, and from there I think it's a pretty substantial drop off to the Wizards and Toronto.
You know, I may even put the Bucks ahead of Wizards and Toronto.
Really?
I might even
Okay.
I might agree with that.
Because like they weren't healthy last year,
I might agree with that.
and the the Bucks have Matthew Dellavedova.
Yeah.
Woo wee.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Delly Bird. The Bucks. Who do the Bucks have right now?
Giannis,
Yeah,
Jabari
Middleton.
Parker,
Middleton.
Giannis.
They'll have Middleton
John
for a full year, which I
Henson.
think is going to be the difference.
Chris
Yeah.
Middleton,
This Maker kid who's tall as fuck.
Tony Snell.
Fuck that guy. He's Sorry. I hated him on Chicago, man. I know he's good, but like he looks like an alien, dude. Like, I swear to God, man. I was like, get this ET looking guy off the court, man. Jesus. Yeah. No, I think the Bucks maybe as well. Yeah, I have a hard
It'll
time.
be interesting to see.
I have a hard time visioning
Wizards.
the Celtics not being either the 1 seed or the 2 seed. I have a hard time visioning that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think
Still with Cleveland going to the finals.
Yeah.
But you know how they lost the 1 seed, last season.
I think the one thing we missed when talking about the trade, and it's not a big topic, it's just the payroll and how it kind of helps Cleveland in this trade.
Mm-hmm.
They would have had $20 million committed to Kyrie this year, but now they have $15 million committed to 3 players: Crowder, Thomas, and Zizic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And they're in salary cap hell. Like this doesn't
Yeah.
soften the blow a whole lot,
Not
but
at
it does
all.
help.
$5
It
million.
helps a lot in taxes though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They save $30 million in taxes through this
Wow.
trade.
Wow.
So I guess it helps Dan Gilbert.
Yeah.
Not the team so much.
Do you really want to help Dan Gilbert?
I like him. I'm not gonna lie, I like him.
Even
Anytime-
after his Comic Sans,
Yeah.
whatever, crayon written notes, you know.
Anytime a owner is very like involved with their team, I like them.
Yeah.
Even if they're like loud, boisterous, kind of condescending.
Yeah. Shout out to
Makes-
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, like Mark
favorite-
Cuban's another
One
guy.
of my
Like
favorite owners in the
anytime,
league.
even Steve Ballmer. Like people hate these guys, but I'm
I
like,
love Steve.
I like owners who care about their teams because otherwise you end up with like, let's look at the A's, the
Mhm.
Oakland A's. They're just down the road,
Yeah.
and they've been screwed because of their owner who
Yeah.
just doesn't give a shit about their team.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like it's better for sports if you have owners that care.
Yeah.
Makes
Um,
sense. It makes sense.
Why own a team? I mean, I understand to own a team for the money and shit, but fuck, man, if I was a multi-millionaire or billionaire, if I get a team, I'm a Mark Cuban that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Going on sports center and stuff, and screaming at people. Yeah, I'm a Steve Ballmer. Do the Macarena. Like I'm gonna have me a ball. You know? No, I definitely agree with that. He just did LeBron a little dirty though. I'm not gonna give him a pass on that.
Oh,
Writing
really?
the note,
Yeah.
Dan Gilbert writing the note in like some Comic Sans, was it the font choice?
I don't
No
know.
idea.
Something like that. Have some respect, man. Jeez.
Comics.
I think it was. That's a good point though. It does, salary cap.
Yeah.
You guys
And
pay.
even next year, sorry to interrupt you.
No, yeah.
They don't have Thomas on
It
payroll,
was.
so
Yeah.
it only becomes like 10 million next year to Crowder and Zizic. Crowder's on a very team-friendly deal.
Okay, that's good.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say you guys even paid like Tristan Thompson a big contract, Shump or Jr.
Shump has a pretty good. Shump has a nice contract, or both of them. Sorry, did I
Pretty-
say Shump twice?
Yeah, you said Shump.
Okay, yeah. So Shump has about 10 million. J.R. Smith has 13 million.
Yeah. Jared, horrible contracts.
Not
but-
terrible, but it's just like when you have like Shumpert may not play next year because Korver's ahead of him on the depth chart. J.R. Smith's ahead of him.
As it should be.
Korver's Shumpert would be a defensive specialist.
Mhm.
I guess you could put Shumpert, Korver, LeBron, Fry, and someone else as your like second unit, and that would be a good unit. I mean, it's a nice piece
There's
to have.
so
I
when
love
you-
how you have to put LeBron in for the second unit
Yeah.
as well.
Well,
You
even-
know?
yeah.
Like, yeah, LeBron's the first unit, second unit, third unit. He gets the garbage time. You know? We need LeBron, on the court.
Cleveland's most productive lineup was LeBron with 4 bench players last year.
That's wild.
Yeah, like remember?
Maybe LeBron should be 6 man, dude. I was kidding. What were you saying? Remember?
Oh, in the playoffs last year, they were down against the Pacers by like double digits, and then they went on a complete tear and then just blew them out in the end.
Yeah.
I think it was Game 3. That was LeBron and the second unit that did it. It was
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, like Kevin Love and Kyrie sat the entire fourth quarter pretty much.
Damn.
Is that indicative of a synergy problem, do you think, among the starters?
I think it's indicative of like how that second unit was very cohesive with each other. Only one guy needed the ball. You have a lot of good shooters around him. You have a lot of good defenders around him.
That's
And then they just got hot.
Yeah.
They just got
They
like
got hot.
yeah, and like when
Hit
you're
the
hot,
shots.
you just keep playing.
Yeah.
When you have like Korver and Fry getting hot,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Well,
and
I'm telling
LeBron.
you.
Forgot
Yeah,
to watch
I'm
telling
that
you.
one.
Korver hit some of those shots in the finals last season.
Oh,
Yeah,
Those
it would've
wide
been-
open shots
Yeah.
that he was just missing.
It would
He
have
had like
changed.
4 or 5 wide open threes that he just
Mhm.
missed. He hit some of those. We have a different series.
Yeah,
We do.
like
We have a
yeah,
very
we have to
different series.
consider that series was a lot closer than it seems.
Than it seems,
Like
yeah.
4-1 seems like a pretty bad one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like the first 2 games were blowouts.
Yeah.
But that series was pretty close.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
for Warriors standards, like the Warriors are just tier A or S tier. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Shout out to the Brodies. Yeah. Is there anything else we need to say on
I
the?
mean, we
think-
talked a lot even outside of the topic
Yeah,
of this
that's
trade.
fine,
So
man.
Yeah. All right.
And we said there wasn't a lot about basketball.
We went everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. I guess Does
Fuck
that
you,
end it?
Lonzo Ball. Fuck you, Lonzo Ball.
That's
We
not
still
it.
love Nas. You know? We don't listen to 21 Savage, okay? Shout out to my homie Nas, Kendrick. Alright, that's all I have to say. That pissed me off today, so I wanted to put that out there.
All right, maybe that's it for now.
yeah.
All right, see you next time.
Love you, Lonzo.
Oh my god.
You just have horrible music taste, man. That's why everybody hates millennials, dude. That's why everybody hates us. Anyway, okay, I'll shut up now, man. Thanks for tuning
Wait,
in,
is this
man.
still recording?
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Hey, subscribe to us, please.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. You're gonna get to hear more of my music tastes.
All right, SportsKop now.
SportsKop.